What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to The Breakdown. I'm Alex here with Cam and Pay, and today we're going to be talking about the players we are officially worried about for fantasy football. Starting it off, I'm going to go with my guy that I've been thinking about all week. Saw him play last Thursday, have a share of him in a Dynasty League, Austin Ekeler. What do we guys think about? What do we think about Austin Ekeler right now?
Yeah, this backfield, 25% of the workload is going to each running back outside of Austin Ekeler, and Ekeler's only going to be 50% of the work.
What I'm seeing with Ekeler is that the red zone work is not strictly him. Michelle's getting thrown in there. They're working in Joshua Kelly. And take his game last week, 6 or 7 of his points he got at the end were off a drive. They were down 10 points. They were giving up the flats. Herbert had a fractured rib cartilage. I mean, they didn't care if he threw the underneath route to Ekeler. So, I mean,
yeah.
That 18 points is deceiving. I would move off Ekeler.
It's very discouraging on the 1 yard line when they put in Sonny Michel.
Yeah, I think the addition of Sonny Michel, I think everybody wrote it off because he's old. He got cut. He was barely even playing for the Dolphins, so no one was really worried. So they kept drafting him. And then you get into games and Michel's getting almost double-digit carries, which kind of should scare you. He's getting half the goal line work. Ekeler, has he scored a touchdown yet? No.
And I mean, I think we knew the touchdown regression would come, but I wasn't expecting the red zone work to decline.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on to our next player, this guy who's going in about the 4th round, Kyle Pitts. Back-to-back under 4-point performances.
The talent's there. The production isn't. I would say from where you drafted him in the 4th round, I am a little scared at that price that you bought him for.
I mean, London looks like the guy right now.
Yeah, which I thought everybody thought Pitts would take that next step.
I felt like
London would be that second.
I felt like London was a guy that was probably going to be more, maybe like break out a little end of this year and be that guy next year.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Pitts. If you drafted Pitts in the 4th round, I mean,
feel bad for you.
You feel bad for you, and you're starting him because unless you pick up a guy on the waivers that I mean, I wouldn't blame you if you benched him, but I don't know if you're really gonna sit a guy who drafted in the 4th round, especially in a position as shallow as tight end.
Right. Yeah, I'm out on Pitts as well. That's
be completely out.
Yeah, you can be completely out because you drafted him with that price tag. You have to start him the rest of the year, basically.
I would advise trading him.
I don't think anybody would even want him in a trade, honestly. Because, I mean, if you have Pitts in the league, you're going to ask for like an RB2 or a wide receiver 2 with high upside, and nobody's going to give that to you.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
I'm not taking like a Damian Pierce for like Pitts. Like that's,
yeah.
Even though that might be beneficial for my team, like Damian Pierce might be on the bench. So.
Yeah. Then the next player is another running back. This guy was drafted in the 1st round as well, Derrick Henry. It's
gone.
This is bad.
I'm done with Henry.
I'm done. He's off my team. If
Dontrell Hilliard being out this week, I thought Henry would get a lot more touches. I thought he would thrive this game. He put up 150 and 3 touchdowns against the Buffalo last year. Has like 20 yards and a touchdown this week.
As much as I expressed how much I don't like Ekeler, take that and multiply it by like 10 and you give me Derrick.
Yeah, I'm out on Henry for sure.
Because the pass game work was never there. Now you get a Titans team that looks horrible, a bad O-line. He rushed, he had like, I think he averaged less than 2 yards a carry last night.
Yeah,
I'm out on Henry. You're probably not going to be able to get, maybe if you get someone attached to the name, you dump them.
And don't get me wrong, Derrick Henry is still probably the best running back in football. But the Titans offense, it doesn't move the ball. They don't move the ball. They can't move the ball.
He's going to face stacked boxes. The carries have probably taken a toll at some point. I mean,
they just have no receiving core to help them out.
Like
so
none.
Everybody, like Alex said, is stacking the box against Henry. And I'm done. I'm completely out. He's off my team. He's on the bench.
And then moving on to a wide receiver position, this is a guy that I have really high hopes for past 2 years, but Terry McLaurin.
I'm not worried.
I'm extremely worried.
He has.
Cameron has Terry McLaurin on his team, by the way.
Okay, but this is why he has a big play. He can produce big plays. We've seen that week 1, and then week 2, he had 8 targets, and then not to mention this is one of the most high volume passing offenses in the league, whether you like it or not.
No, it's
But
really
and I
It
understand what
really
you're
is.
saying.
Wentz
Here's
is top 5 in passing yards. They're going to be down most games.
Okay,
They're gonna be throwing a lot.
I do see that, but I'm
They
looking
play
at
two
their
bad
first 2 matchups, and I don't know if they're going to pass the ball like that against
two bad teams.
the rest of the league. And Terry, if he does have the deep threat, but that looks like what his game has been based off of the past 2 weeks. I mean, he had that really long touchdown catch week 1. He had like a 50-yard catch 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Curtis Samuel has played like the wide receiver 1, and Jahan Dotson has been a more of a red zone threat than Terry.
I think the Lions are a sneaky good team, and I also think the Jaguars are a sneaky good.
But I think both their defenses aren't good.
Yeah, but I still think they're
gonna
good
stop
teams,
a
and
passing threat like the Reds or the Commanders.
But I don't think the Commanders will be up in games where they won't pass, and I think if they are, it's going to be all production from their wide receiving core.
I'm just concerned
disagreed.
I'm just concerned that he doesn't look like the 1 or maybe even the 2.
I mean,
Oh.
I drafted him as a wide receiver 2, and I still think he's a low wide receiver 2, and that's where I got him.
I'm just concerned with a little bit of his usage. Just looking at it.
He's not getting mid production that he should. That's plain and simple. I mean, even 8 targets from our wide receiver 2 in the 4th round that I'm taking.
That's great.
Yeah, but how many receptions did he have? Like
5.
And moving on to the final player we're going to talk about. This is going to be a running back, Josh Jacobs. I'm very worried about Josh Jacobs.
I was high on Josh Jacobs coming into the year because I thought
You
that
were
offense.
very high.
You were
Josh
very
Jacobs.
high on Josh Jacobs.
Also,
RB1 Josh Jacobs.
I was high on that whole offense. He's still getting a good amount of touches, but from where he dropped
I think Josh Jacobs just might not be a good running back.
when I turn on the TV, I'm seeing that Bolden dude in the game more than I see Jacobs in the
He
game.
catches no passes. He averages like 3 yards a carry.
Yeah.
And so he's not scoring a touchdown. He's not doing you anything. I think he's like
I don't know.
I think he's a flex play.
How many points did he have last week?
9.
I think he's had like 9 and 7.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
He's not catching passes. He's not scoring touchdowns. So I mean,
We'll see. I think the Raiders' offense is going to get better. It's only been.
he does have a really good matchup against Tennessee this week.
Still, I'm not.
I think it's a flex
I'm
play.
not. I think he's a flex play at best. I don't think he's an RB2 at all.
He had a good matchup this week with the Cardinals.
Yeah, he didn't do anything.
It's scary to see.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up. Those are the guys we are worried about right now. So if you have any guys that you are worried about, comment down below. Let us know what you think. Tune into TikTok, Instagram, follow everything. We'll catch y'all next week. Peace.